huge investment lesson emerged out of the New Delhi Test match between India and South Africa. With India having set a near impossible target, the South Africans were left with the only strategy of playing for a draw, and hence had to keep vigil for nearly 2 days on a pitch that made the ball dance. This was their last innings of their tour, and the South Africans spiritedly fought, holding up to the pressure unleashed on them by the Indian spinners. They managed to play out one session after another and were well poised to draw the match as they walked up to the crease to defend the last session. But their plans went awry when, within a spate of a few overs, the team fell apart. The Indians had won their best victory, not because it was the biggest margin of their 3 wins, but because it was a hard-fought victory. So what is the investment lesson that one can draw from this game? The Indian team, to their credits, showed much discipline in their bowling and went about their job tirelessly from session to session, even though success kept eluding them. Even as a viewer, one got exasperated in the manner with which the South Africans kept vigil. But despite this determined effort of the South Africans to keep victory away, the Indian team patiently and tirelessly kept attacking ball after ball. Not once did they look dejected or hopeless. And when everything looked down and out, the wickets began to tumble in quick succession. There is a lesson here for SIP investors. It is seen so often that SIP investors get impatient when their investment seems to languish, appearing directionless. Sluggish returns over years of investing can peeve such investors, and out of sheer impatience, many investors sell off their assets. Had the Indian team gone along these lines, the South Africans would have escaped from their grip and denied the Indian team of the sweet victory that came in the end. However, if a lesson were to be drawn, SIP investors should simply go about their investing like how the Indian bowlers went about their bowling, in a disciplined, routine-like manner. And lo and behold, the tipping point would be breached, rewarding patient investors disproportionately, like the sweet victory that kissed Team India.